Hey everyone, so first of all, there's going to be spoilers for Danganronpa 1, 2, and 3, so pause this if you don't want to be spoiled. I think that my video title is very ambiguous and that the title itself won't spoil any users. Okay, so you saw the video title, right? Danganronpa, fiction within fiction within fiction within fiction. You read that correctly, right? You heard that 4 times. It's like the new Inception. I'm not joking around with you. Let's take a quick look at the plots of the 3 games. I'll tell you this so that I can explain it to both people who are familiar with the games and people who are not familiar with the games. So for the original Danganronpa, we know that it's a fictional universe because it's just a video game. That's fine. Now we move on to Danganronpa 2. At the end of the game, it's revealed to be a simulation, which means that it was just a game within a game, or in other words, fiction within fiction. Then we move on to Danganronpa V3, which is where all the craziness begins. At the end of V3, it's revealed that Danganronpa 1 and 2 are just fictional in their universe. It's a little bit of speculation because the wordings that the characters use are kind of ambiguous, but I do think it's reasonable to think this based on what the characters said. So, we know that since V3 is a fictional game, then Danganronpa 1 is fiction within V3's fiction, and that means that the second game is fiction within fiction within fiction. It gets worse than this, though. In V3, it's revealed that the whole game of V3 is just fiction being watched by regular, everyday people. So that, like, for example, one of the plot points in the game is that they show a schoolboy being depressed about his life, depressed about the boring routine that he has to go through each day, and how nothing exciting ever happens to him. So then he pulls out his smartphone and he watches the game Danganronpa V3, and that cheers him up. But we're in real life. That means the schoolboy is just a fictional character. So that means that V3 is fiction within fiction, and that means Danganronpa 1 is fiction within fiction within fiction, and that means that Danganronpa 2 is fiction within fiction within fiction within fiction. Well, can you believe that? Of course, this will depend on whether the character who said that it's just fiction is telling the truth or not, but considering the crazy plot points that each of the game before has done, it wouldn't really be a surprise to me. It's really Inception levels of fiction. If you ask me for my personal opinion on this, I would say that the decision the writers made was unique, but I do think that they made the plot needlessly complicated. I can understand making big plot changes and such to surprise the viewers, but I think that it's just needlessly complex. Like Ace Attorney, for example, is a similar game that does it right, in my opinion, that doesn't go so crazy and so over the top with the plot points. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Stay tuned for my next video where I'll go in depth on why I think that Danganronpa V3 has such a terrible ending. If you liked the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel.